这样一尊木铎，在为师者手中敲响，金声远播，感召桃李满林。有这样一所大学，立于中国万里山河，传承中华千年师道，开启中国现代师范教育的100年基业。北京师范大学兴自京师大学堂师范馆，100余年浩瀚风浪中，继往圣之绝学，扬京师之风范。是他，在历史中书就了这样一段传奇，写下中国现代高等教育最浓墨重彩的一笔。这里是中国新文化运动的重要策源地，是中国近代学生爱国运动的发祥地，更是中国高等师范教育的开拓奠基之地。学为人师，行为示范，学贯中西，融汇古今的名师先贤云集于此，文脉不绝，大师风范，奠定100年师大的人文精神与宏阔气度。乐于耕耘，尽德立业，两院院士、荣誉教授、长江学者，大批学术精英荟萃此间，接力前行，名师专家筑起中国高等教育的人才高地。学高深正，传道授业解惑，化育良才，东风桃李满园。是他为人类文明的更续著书立言，铸就100年学府蔚为大观的学术气象。400余万册纸本文献，40余万册古籍线装书，汇通古今中外。汉末书香简，博雅名师陶冶培育，同柴学友切磋琢磨，独立思考，沉潜苛刻。著书立说，一通古今之变，演算论证，欲穷宇宙之理，学以致用，可谓天下苍生。如今，作为国家双一流建设高校、国家人文社科研究重镇的北师大，不仅学科综合实力居全国高校前列，更是我国自主创新的殿堂，以创办综合性、研究型、教师教育领先的中国特色世界一流大学为目标。北京师范大学始终以师范教育为群学之基，弘文立教，存古开新。是他着眼于国计民生，以强教兴国为笔，谱写教育改变命运的奇迹。大山中的一支粉笔，点燃一代人的梦想和信心；高原上的3尺讲台，举托起民族的希望和未来。100年大计，教育为本；教育大计，教师为本。作为人民教师的摇篮，数万人民教师从北京师范大学出发，走上讲台，成为中国基础教育的改革先锋和中坚力量，以卓越的学科实力聚焦国家民生需求，以科研优势服务国家重大决策。一体两翼的办学格局， 珠海校区与北京校区共承京师文脉，南北辉映，立足粤港澳大湾区，为国家的区域发展和创新人才培养贡献新的力量。强教兴国，让教育之光照亮发展之路，让教育扶贫助力民族复兴。3寸粉笔，3尺讲台系国运，1颗丹心，一生秉烛助民魂。是他兼具世界眼光和全球意识，与全世界一同描绘更加美好的未来。中西融汇的学府气度，气象日新的校园文化，吸引了近130个国家和地区的近5000名留学生徜徉师大学海。在135门全英文课程的课堂上，中外学子畅所欲言，交流无间，思想激荡。在这里，感受蓬勃发展的体育事业，在这里体验创新创业的青春激情，更有一大批师大学子从这里出发，在北师大与40多个国家地区的近300多所大学凝结成浩然正气，扎根中国大地，解读中国实践，解决中国问题。这里，教育书写着有一种生命对生命的守望。这里，绵延的民族精神始终闪耀着璀璨的人文光芒。穿越100余年瀚海风浪，包容、多元、开放的北师大，始终在追寻着更深沉、持久的力量。京师风范，巍巍气象，已跃然而出。
Hello. So, can you hear us?
Hi, hello.
Hello. Can you hear us? Yes, nice. We have a very brief introduction on our schools. And now, welcome everyone. If you can hear us, please press 1. You can hear us? Can you see us?
Hello, Alice.
晚上好 Yeah, 关庄天庄 and thank you Nek Ok N for your response for us.
Okay, good. So
Great.
everyone can hear.
Yes,
hear
everyone
us.
can hear us. Welcome to Zhuhai. Good afternoon. Welcome to the 2020 program of Belt and Road School, Beijing Normal University. And Nicole?
Yes, hello everyone. So welcome to 2022 MBA and MPA programs information session of Beijing Normal University. It is very nice to meet all of you online. So seems like everyone are getting used to meet each others by this physical apart. So my name is Nicole. And I am the Deputy Director of Admission Office of the Belt and Road School. So today, I'm so glad to here to help all of you start the journey of how to become an excellent global scholar and future leader. So trust me, you will love Belt and Road School from now on. So before that, let me brief introduce the admission team to all of you. So both of us will try our best to help you realize your plan in the future. So in the middle, and you can see Dr. Stacy Chen. She is the director. Can you hear?
Yes, but
Okay.
they cannot see us.
Cannot see?
Cannot see us. Yes. So we
Oh,
cannot
maybe
be
there's
seen
some
here.
problem with the network, so
Yes.
just give a
Let me
second,
check
okay?
again. How about this one?
Open this one.
Open it.
Okay. Just minimize the
Minimize
windows.
it.
Minimize
And open it.
Open it.
But we cannot
Should be
see us with this here. We cannot see us here. So
This is the key.
yes, no problem. We can just go on with our program.
That actually, Dr. Stacy Chen is
Yeah,
sitting in the
we're
middle of the
sitting
screen.
And yes, Nico is here, and then we have Beck and Pan, this our admission office team, a ladies team, and also you can see our telephone number as Chinese number 362101. You can call us on our office time, and also we have our website and also our email address. Email address is brs0926@bnu.edu.cn. And also you can scan us by the QR code and visit our website to know about our Belgian Road School.
And just make sure do not miss any updates, okay?
Yes. And also today we have a very, very good chance to see our distinguished guest. We have special guests too. One is our Professor Hu Biliang, that's our Executive Dean of Belgian Road School, a very famous economist. He is the director of the Belt and Road Research Institute of Beijing Normal University, and also he's the professor of our lectures. And he will lecture us on introduction of Belt and Road Initiative and methodology of thesis writing. And also on my side, we can see our student, Imran. He is the 2020 student of Belt and Road School, and he was appointed ambassador of Fenghuang project of Beijing Normal University, and also an excellent MBA scholarship winner. And why you should choose our Beijing Normal University? Because our university, we know that is world-class, famous and ranking, and it rank in about 10 in mainland China, and in Asia we are ranking 33, and world rank 2077 by the QS ranking, and 2020 by the US News, our ranking in mainland China is 14, and the world is 332. The Times Higher Education ranking in 2022 in mainland China is 9 to 11, and the world is about 300. And our Belt and Road School are situated in the south of China, because Beijing Normal University have two campuses. One is in Beijing, another is in Zhuhai. These two has 3 hours by flight, and now we are situated in Zhuhai. Our introduction to Belt and Road School, we can see this school was founded only about 3 years. It is a comprehensive education and research institution in Beijing Normal University. And also our school benefits from the famous discipline, predominant discipline on the liberal arts and science of the university. And we enjoy our geographical advantage at the beautiful campus within the Guangdong, Hong Kong, Macau Greater Bay Area. It is one of the most open and economically vibrant region in the world. Our MBA course, the Master of Business Administration, and MPA course, the Master of Public Administration, two courses are offered by Belt and Road School. They're designed by very famous scholars and outstanding professionals. Those students are trying to advance themselves with world-class education, for taking full advantage of the exciting opportunity in China and brought by the Belt and Road Initiative. So our situation, Nicole.
Oh yeah, so as everyone knows that so every school, every university have their own location advantage. So as the window of the international, the Belt and Road School is located in Zhuhai campus. I think some of you already know the Beijing campus, because Beijing is the capital city of the China. But seldom of you knows about the Zhuhai city. So actually, Zhuhai is a very beautiful city with pleasant climate, blue sky, and the preserved culture of the southern China, which is totally different from the northern parts. So why the Belt and Road School is located in Zhuhai? I think there's another very important reason is that Zhuhai has been the school has been strategically positioned. It is in Zhuhai is in Guangzhou, Guangdong, Hong Kong, Macau Great Bay Area, which is one of the most economical vibrant regions in the world.
Yes. And also we can see the campus is very beautiful. It is situated at one of the most beautiful valley campus in the world. So Imran, you know some of our campus and introduce it.
Hi everyone. First of all, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to all of you. So as Dr. Chan has mentioned and talked about the campus, our school, the Belt and Road School, and the importance of the geographic location. So Zhuhai is one of the Greater Bay Area, and we call it a young city, is newly developed. So it's very beautiful environmentally. The city is very strong, and especially for studying and working, Zhuhai is one of the beautiful cities among us in China. So our campus is, as you can see from the picture, so all around there are beautiful green mountains, and we are located in the middle of the mountains. And you can see the soundness of the environment. So we have beautiful lakes and beautiful all green trees all around. So you will be able to get to connect to different facilities like our resourceful libraries, the sports facilities, and other learning facilities available in the campus.
Yes. So about our teachers, we have very good world-class faculties. Their members are composed of extraordinary leaders and world-renowned experts in politics, academic, and finance. For example, we have former Prime Minister of Kazakhstan, Otobayev, and also former Prime Minister of Bosnia-Herzegovina, Zlakov, and also former Deputy Prime Minister, Minister of Finance in Poland, Kolodko, and former President of Development Bank of Latin America, and also former Managing Director General of Asia Development Bank.
Yes, you can see their photos on the screen, and we believe that it will be so fascinating to all of you to get more understanding through the true leader. Actually, they're a true leader of the world through their workshop and basic analysis of economics and entrepreneurship of their own experience.
Those leaders actually they are teachers of our students, and they come to the classroom to give lectures to our students. And about our students and alumni, and Nicole can tell us about.
Yes, it's a global BRSers, and you can see the photos right there, right? So I think if you study here, and you can build your own networking and even the friendship with the people from diversity countries, and actually all of the students who is seek to advantage themselves with world-class educations and broaden their own opinions and take advantage of exercising the opportunities in the Belt and Road Initiative. Actually, the people from, and you can see that we build a connection with around 400 students from 18 different countries. And so, I think it's reshape the ways of life and how you related to people, especially people from different backgrounds and different worlds. So that is very fantastic.
Yes. So also about course, because we have a lot of very unique courses. For example, Imran can tell us about some of the courses you have.
Yeah, we have a very interesting courses, especially designed from the concept of Belt and Road Initiative. So you will be able to know more about the China's Belt and Road Initiative, and especially the course General Introduction to China. So it is all about the Chinese business models, about the Chinese governance structure, about the Chinese politics, the Chinese culture, the Chinese people, the Chinese food. So you will be able to deeply integrate with the Chinese culture and the business models and the concept of Belt and Road Initiative. And we also, as we mentioned, the Greater Bay Area in Guangdong, which is just, and we are located in Zhuhai, just some 15 kilometers from Macau and some 55 or 60 kilometers from Hong Kong. So this area is developing and have a significance for modern development, and this area is also considered the door for opening up, because in China the reform and opening up policy actually start from this province. So you will be able to get more knowledge and information about that courses, and also the cross-cultural management, to learn from each other's experiences, to learn from each other's understanding through mutual understanding. And maybe most of you guys are familiar with the e-business in China. So the e-business companies are very strong in China. So you will really get amazing practical experiences when you are in China, because the WeChat payment system, the Alipay and others, everything, if you want to buy everything, you can get online. So you don't need to go to the market physically. So everything you can buy online. So this is, I think, a good opportunity for all of you. And at the same time, you can not only get the degree, but you have also a good chance to learn more about the Chinese language. You know, that is an additional skill for all of you and opportunity. So you will be able to learn about the Chinese culture and the Chinese language, to understand more in-depth knowledge the Chinese people. So these are some of the courses, and then generally you will be able to go through the leadership courses and other courses. So
Yes, thank you, Imran. This is our MBA course for the first and second semester. For the first semester, we'll have a general introduction to China, introduction to Belt and Road Initiative. Also, we are going to study basic Chinese. So that's excellent courses for you to wait for MBA and MPA courses. And how about the lectures, Nicole?
So to help our students with a world-class education and broaden their global vision, and to take advantage of exciting opportunities in Belt and Road Initiative, we regularly invite leaders from different fields as our special guests to give lectures and share experience, and also their own perspective with our students. So we encourage students to actively participate in top academic forum and learn and do networking with this great master. So
Right.
yeah, I think Iran have his own experience for taking this forum and lectures.
yes, Nicole. So as you mentioned that every year, so we invite the leader from different schools to come to participate in our Belt and Road Initiative forum. So it is actually an opportunity for all of us, as we all know that Belt and Road Initiative is actually a proposal. It is initiative. So it is an opportunity to learn from each other's experiences through mutual understanding. So this is a good opportunity to interact with the world leaders around the world. And also, as a students, I think it would be a advantage for you to interact with the distinguished professors, to interact with the distinguished leaders, and also to grow yourself and to broaden your knowledge. So this you can get such kind of experiences.
Yes, and also we can see our Belt and Road series lectures. So we have a lot of, we'll invite a lot of experts and world leaders become our forum lead and speeches. You will enrich your experience by that. And how about the research, Imran?
For the research, yes, as you know that if you want to do your research world. So you also have a good opportunity. We have the resourceful library where you can connect to the offline and digital resources. So that is one aspect. So you can also interact with your distinguished professors, and they can guide you to enhance your skills, your knowledge in your area of expertise which you are interested in.
Yes, actually, Iran have his own papers and work with Professor who is already published in very influential mediums that called the China Daily.
Yes, congratulations. So, how about field trips and field surveys? Nicole?
Field service, actually, in addition to get the master's basic theories, method, and the thinking knowledges, we encourage the student not just stay in the classroom. We encourage all the students to step outside of the classroom to gain more practical experience. I think this kind of way which will help the student to especially the MBA and MBA program the student and to help you know what is a Chinese model and actually what is a Chinese thinking and to know deeply about China and seizing the new opportunities and the development in China. So Iran can just give us more introduction.
Yes, of course, because during your stay at the campus, you will get opportunity to visit different companies in China to do the company analysis and to know more about in-depth knowledge about how the companies are working, how they have different approaches, different strategies. So I think this is a good opportunity for all of you that during you will not only get your formal study, but you also get the opportunity to know and make your analysis more about those companies.
Yes. So how about campus life? It is very colorful, right?
Yeah, school activities are rich and colorful through the experience of coming with life-changing experience. I think so the campus life, I think will for many students and 2 years is not enough, and they're going to reflect on and cherish for many years. So we can see the Iran's photos everywhere. So Iran, can you just talk more about that?
Yes, because every year we organize the sports meeting where you can get the opportunity to connect with rest of the students in the campus and to participate in different sports activities. You can also get the opportunity to visit different places, different cities to participate in the competition, and you also have like the traditions. We have different festivals every year, and we are celebrating the spring festival, the dragon boat festival, mid-autumn festival. So you can celebrate all these festivals to integrate deeply with the Chinese culture, and you will also get the opportunity to do more and more volunteer assignments, so which I think can give you the practical knowledge and the practical experience about the country, about the culture, about the people, to fully integrate yourself into the culture.
Right. So we also have two main parts called Explore China and Explore the World. So it's supporting by the school.
Yes.
I think the school will really encourage the students, because this is also the policy of China and President Xi Jinping at different forums, and especially during his speech to the Peking University in Beijing. And he encouraged the international students to tell the true development stories of China. So I myself also get some opportunity to do some video documents. So it is also encouraging for you, and the school will really encourage you guys to visit different places and to encourage to tell rest of the world the true development stories of China. That is encouraging, yeah.
So we have talked so much about our schools. So how to apply to our school? We have some qualifications and basic ones. The first one, you should be non-Chinese citizens holding a foreign passport, and also you should be under 50 years old. So the second is your bachelor's degree. You should have unfinished your undergraduate study. And the third one is your proficiency in English. Whether you are you have passed your TOEFL 85 or IELTS 66, and you should be non-native English speakers. They should provide a certificate issued by the school attended to prove the medium instruction was English. So that is our English, and we prefer you have 1 year or longer working experience. And the supporting documents, the 8th one, if you go to scan our QR part in our background, you can see the online application website. And the applying period time has already started, and you will be closed in April 30, 2021. Our interview will come time by time, not only on May. So our enrollment, when the student will come, it will be in September. So you can apply now online and scan our QR code, and the application fee is 600 RMB, is not refundable. So email us if you have any questions by brs0926@bnu.edu.cn. And also, we are waiting for our special guest, Professor Hu Biliang. He's one of the most famous economists in China. His speech are very good, and we're waiting for him. He's very busy now, and he is the executive dean of Belt and Road School and director of the Belt and Road Research Institute. And before that, we have a question and answer part, right? So if you have any questions, you can type on the screen. We can see your question. And also, you can email us by brs0926@bnu.edu.cn. So, Nicole, do you have anything to add?
Yes, I think it's fantastic sessions. So where all the students can ask questions here.
Yes.
So okay, the professor who's
so
right now here. So
we welcome. Hello, you can see us. Welcome our
you can just
distinguished
come here.
professor.
Thank you.
Who I'm enlarging our screen. You're going to talk about Belt and Road School. Welcome.
I can see nobody.
Yes, it's online.
Oh, they're online. How many people are online?
600.
600 people. Oh, that's great. Oh, that's great. Hi, friends, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very happy to have such a good opportunity to talk to you. You know, not because of marketing of our education program, but more importantly, I'm very happy to know you, as the new friends, as the young friends. So I like very much to talk to you, change ideas with you guys. Although I cannot see you, I hope you can see me, right? No doubts. We are now in the new year. First of all, I wish you all very healthy. Health is very important. So very healthy, very happy, and very prosperous 2022. I think I would like to introduce myself a little bit. You know, otherwise you'll find the stranger people talking too much. So because I'm relevant to the program, so I have to talk a little bit. So it's better to introduce myself. My name is Hu Biliang. Hu is a typical Chinese family name. Hu is not WHO, right? Hu. My given name is Biliang. You know, it's muscle bright. So you can also call me Bill. Because when I was studying abroad some years ago, so my classmates, foreign classmates, gave my name Bill. Okay, I'm relevant to the program, so this is why I talk to you guys. I'm the executive dean of Belt and Road School of Beijing Normal University.
I would like to share some of my experiences before our discussion. I was born, I'm much older than you guys. I was born in earlier 1960s. At that time, maybe some of you know very well, a lot of people, died. They lost their lives in China because of hunger, because of starvation. At that time, China was one of the poorest countries in the world. It's very different from now. Okay, so I had a very difficult time. I was born in one of the villages, very poor, villages in China, and then I had a chance to, to pass the national examination and to get a chance to study in one of the very good universities here in China. After graduation from the university, this is very funny. I got the first opportunity to study abroad, was not to US, to European countries, but to Philippines. Nobody expected. I never expected because there was a short-term training program. So when I was quite young, only 20 plus, I got a chance to study in the Philippines. I don't know, maybe some of you guys are from Philippines. I spent nearly about 1 year there. I like the country very much. That's a very beautiful country. So, and then further, soon after the program in Philippines, I moved to US for a short period of time. I could not find the scholarship, so that was very bad. And I coming back, and very soon I find another opportunity to spend some time, half a year, in Bangkok. So I know some of you must know our Asian Institute of Technology in 1980s. I got a chance to stay 1 year there, and then further from AIT, Asian Institute of Technology, and further moved to Germany for my further study, another year. So that's a joint program between AIT and Dortmund University of Germany. I spent 2 years for my master program, and then I continue my study in Germany. I get a PhD of economics, Doctor of Economics. So after my return to China, soon after my graduation, I back to China, and I find a job to working with the Chinese Academy of Social Sciences, focus on research. That's in earlier 1990s. China was still very poor. So the earning working with the Chinese Academy of Social Sciences was very limited. We cannot, I still not can survive, for the family. So and then I was looking for a new job. And at that time, World Bank opened Beijing office in the beginning. So they need some people to work in for the bank, the World Bank, because they have a lot of lending for supporting China development. They were very busy, so they were too busy. They need people. So I applied for working with the World Bank Beijing office. Very luckily I get a job. Not because I'm, because the qualification, not many, because at that time most of the Chinese, very seldom the Chinese they could speak English. Most of them they cannot speak English at that time. I at least knew a little bit of English. I could speak a little bit, so not very much. Even now, it's not very good, but we can read, we can write in, we can work by using English. So that I was very lucky to get a job, the opportunity to work with the World Bank for 3 years as an economist. After 3 years, I find the pay is still not enough, and then I changed to working with the private sector, a French bank. So the General SG. This is a great bank, the biggest bank. Used to be the biggest bank of France, private bank in France. So I get a chance to working with the bank as the chief economist and chief China economist, also the chief representative here based in China. But also I was the vice president of the region, based in Hong Kong as a trading center, and also in Singapore as the research center. So I was swimming at that time, from Singapore, Hong Kong, and Beijing. So 3 places. That was a very busy time. In 1990s, I spent 4 years working with the private bank. A very happy time, but very busy. And then in the end of the last central, by the year, as I remember, 1998 to 1999, that was a big booming of IT consulting in US. So I was thinking to founding a startup, and I realized the dream. And then I set up, I co-founded with one of my friends, co-founded a startup in Boston. So I spent focus on consulting, writing software for US companies. So I set up a development center here by using the cheap labor here in China. Even the professors from the computer science, even though they are quite cheap, comparatively speaking, compared with the engineering or computer engineering in US. So there was a big margin. The business is running very well. I spent 4 years, and I find that I'm not a person to really like to make money. So I still like to do, research. So that was why I sold out my company to a listed company in Hong Kong, acquired by a listed company, and then I moved further, to study in Harvard Kennedy School. So I got a PhD, although after some years working in the business sector, because I want to back to academic area. So if I want to make the change, I have to, to do another program. So that's the postdoc program for 3 years. So I spent 3 years in Harvard Kennedy School, focusing on academic research. After that, I came back to China. So joined one of the universities, top universities here in China, which is Beijing Normal University. I'm now working with Beijing Normal University. So this is one of the, the top universities, about top 10, one of the top 10 universities in China. Focus on education, but it's quite comprehensive. So a wide range of subjects, included, like economics, law, of course, mathematics, chemistry, physics, bioscience. There's so many, about 30, schools. It's quite a big university. About, let me see, we have 3 campuses, 2 campuses in Beijing, one campus in Zhuhai, which is one of the special economic zones in China, which is very close to Hong Kong. I'm going to talk about it later on. So, yeah, that's my background. So total scale, size of the university, if you look at the students, I think about 50,000 students, even more, if we put the 3 campuses together, right? Belt and Road School, our school, we have offices in Beijing campuses, 2 campuses. We have 2 offices in Beijing, 2 campuses. We have the main office is here in Zhuhai, as I mentioned, the economic, special economic zone here, which is very close to Hong Kong. Okay, so that's the the introduction about myself and briefly about the institute. I'm happy to talk with you guys. It's not, focusing on the education program, focus on the university, because you're very familiar with this kind of things. What is new for all of you, even also for us, is the name of the Belt and Road School, okay? The Belt and Road, which is very new for most of the people of the world, not only for you guys, for your foreigners, even for Chinese people, it's new, because the Belt and Road is new, okay? It's new, with only 80 years history. So I would like to share with, some of my ideas about the Belt and Road. So, and then you can understand the Belt and Road School. Why Belt and Road School? Without Belt and Road, or without the Belt and Road Initiative, so they will be never, for us to see Belt and Road School in the world, right? So I would like to, to discuss with you, number one, a few issues. Number one is about Belt and Road Initiative. Talking about the Belt and Road, people think first, you have some, one thing coming to your mind is Belt and Road is an initiative. As you know that there are so many initiatives proposed by many national leaders, international organization leaders, financial leaders of the world. Every day, there's so many initiatives. I was thinking this way, I did not pay attention to the Belt and Road Initiative. Belt and Road is an initiative proposed by the Chinese president, Xi Jinping. He made the proposal 80 years ago, a little bit more than 80 years ago. So 80 years ago, not 80. So in 2013, in his visit to Astana, Kazakhstan, right? So his proposal is not complicated, it's simple. So to build in the better connectivity between European countries and Asian countries, making the integration, economic integration of Euro-Asian continent. So that's actually is not new, okay? There's so many people have been, they discussed about economic integration between European countries and Asian countries, Euro-Asian continent economic integration. So this is, this has been discussed for a long time. So his proposal is like this, integration of the economies between European countries and Asian countries. And then more importantly, he, strongly, proposed building a better connectivity between China and Southeast Asian countries, okay, between China and Western Asian countries. So focusing very much on Asia. That's the proposal, okay? Better connectivity includes so many different ways to making people connected, to making countries getting better connected, in terms of investment, okay? Because of the free flow of capital, that's for investment. And to better, integration of the trade, okay? So that's the freedom of the mobility, free mobility of commodities, and also the better connectivity of the technologies, the free flow of technologies, equipment, and also the better connectivity of the people. So this is fundamental, okay? This is most important. The people must be get better connected. So there's so many connectivities. The theme of the proposal, of the initiative of the Belt and Road is to, to make better connectivity of so many different things, okay? The key words is better connectivity of so many different things. So that's the proposal, okay? And secondly, what's important behind his proposal, I think, is the opportunities behind his proposal. because the new opportunities driven up by better connectivity. Once you get better connected, and then a lot of new opportunities emerging. For example, we get better connected between China and Laos through China Now Railway. As you know that's the big news, because China Now Railway was open about let me see, about 1 month ago, okay, earlier last month, right? So we get better connected between China and Laos. That would be very good, for now economic development, but also for China's, further economic development. So a lot of new opportunities include job opportunities, include, some businessmen, they can open some new business around the roads, okay, around the line, right? Because the convenient transportation and the transportation cost must be much lower. And this is particularly good for Laos to export their agricultural products to China, right? Maybe you may know that we're going to better connectivity between China, Laos, and Thailand, because the railway, China Now Railway, is getting connecting with high-speed train, okay, railway line. So this is high-speed rail, connectivity, and then all the way down to Malaysia, to Singapore. So these countries, they find the newer ports, to export their commodities to European countries, to many different countries, to Australia, right? So that's the advantage of people get better connected. Once they get better connected, so that will be very good for facilitating trade, international trade among different countries. And another thing I would like to mention, the strongly linked with the opportunity, not only for your guys' career development, but also for your country's development, which is investment. When we talk about the Belt and Roads, that means the simple implication is China is going to spend a lot of money for building railways, highways, ports, or industrial parks worldwide in different countries. Like we're building industrial park in Cambodia, okay, and also industrial parks in many different countries, in Vietnam, in Myanmar, and also in Pakistan. As you know that we spent so far, China spent more than $20 billion, $25.4 billion for CPAC, China-Pakistan economic corridor construction. So there's a lot of projects: building Gwadar port, building Gwadar airport, building hydropower station, nuclear power stations, a lot of power stations, and railway, highway lines get restricted in Pakistan. So China is going to spend more money in Pakistan, building the China-Pakistan economic corridor, right? The total budget, roughly is about $60 billion. So far, 8 years, over the past 8 years, China, based on my own estimation, it's not an official, statistic, but my own rough estimation, about $1 trillion has been spent for investing into different countries. China, in Bangladesh, in Pakistan, in India, Vietnam, Cambodia, Laos, okay, and also in Iran, in Iraq, in Egypt. So many different countries. Now, China, working with more than 140 countries to building better connectivity. Why we use the Belt and Road? Because we used to have the Silk Road. We just borrow the ancient Silk Road, okay, to expand a little bit to more countries, to make more countries to benefit from China's, investment, from China's, trade relations, and also to benefit from China's, and also industry, to building industrial parks worldwide. These are some of the major things we're doing under the Belt and Road International Cooperation Framework. So simply, Belt and Road, the implication, simple implication of the Belt and Road is huge opportunities for many different countries. If you look around, but also Philippines, right? We're building hydropower stations, several hydropower stations there. Okay, you guys easy to understand. In Malaysia, we're building, the also high-speed train. The highway around the eastern coast, right, area. And what country? Indonesia, right? We're building a power station, also building high-speed train line there from Bandung to Jakarta. It's going to finish very soon, right? So everywhere, you can see a lot of projects. They are under construction, and some of the projects they have finished it, and more projects is going to finish very soon in the coming years, 1 year or 2 years. So the simple implication, as I mentioned, that is a huge opportunity, driven up by the newer energy. This provides some new energy to driven up the opportunities for the countries, to generate more job opportunities for the people, to generate more electricities. Okay, without the electricity, you cannot industrialize your country. Your country must, that will be always agricultural country like China, before. So power station construction is important, and the road construction, highway, and ports, and these kind of things. Also very important for transportation. Once the transportation goes lowered, and then you can benefit. Otherwise, you will never benefit from export because of the high transportation cost, right? So that's the opportunity. So many opportunities for the country, for the national development, for the regional development, but also for your personal career development as well. Once you guys get a connection with Chinese, Chinese universities, and then you get know some, Chinese culture or Chinese, business, Chinese policies, Chinese economies, Chinese legal, system. You'll get to know all these kind of things, and then you're getting much high. You're getting more qualified to working with some of the Chinese companies in your country. But now more and more Chinese companies, they are operating abroad. Okay. In your countries, in everywhere of the world. So and then you have more opportunity. You're more compatible, with other countries. If you can speak some Chinese, so that will be even better. So we help you, so to increase the capability, for the future contribution, the competition. Once China has been risen, okay, along with the implementation of the Belt and Road Initiative. So that's the background for you guys, to have a good understanding about the Belt and Road School. Belt and Road School is not, an ordinary program, just like, economic school, financial school. I graduated from, I got the Doctor of Economics. I'm from the economics background. I was the chief economist, working with the bank. I know economics, I know finance. But finance and economics, they are ordinary. They're traditional subjects, okay? And Belt and Road is quite different. It's very new. It's very different. So you need to get to know this kind of new the very special background. So we are totally new Belt and Road School. But of course, you are coming, and then you have opportunity to learn some of the basic theories in relating to macroeconomics and finance, particularly development finance, leadership. These kind of courses we are going to give you, right, in relating to management. But also you are also required to attend some of the special courses more strongly linked with the Belt and Road. For example, I'm going to give you a general introduction about the Belt and Road, and then we have Belt and Road leadership. The course will be given by some of the former nation leaders, former presidents, former premier or prime ministers of the countries around the Belt and Road. So their capacity, their leadership compatibility is high. So they like to share their ideas with you guys. You are the future leaders, okay, for governing your country, for governing your companies, or maybe governing for your community, for your region. So you are the future leaders. So I think in this changing world, this kind of new knowledge, so we're happy to have some advantages, special advantages to gain in the future, okay, to get some new opportunities. This is the background I would like to share with you in relating to Belt and Road. And another point I would like to mention is the location, the advantage of the location of the Belt and Road School. As I mentioned that we have several offices, several campuses. We have 3 campuses, 2 campuses, the Belt and Road School. 2 campuses in Beijing, 1 campus in Zhuhai. Zhuhai, if you check the map, Zhuhai is one of the special economic zones, one of the 4 special economic zones in China, which is very close to Hong Kong and Macau, particularly Macau, 20 to 30 minutes, drive from our campus to Macau, and maybe less than 1 hour, 45 or 50 minutes, driving through the bridge, great bridge from Zhuhai to Hong Kong. So very convenient. So the location, what's the advantage? As I mentioned, the advantage. What's the advantage of the location of the Belt and Road School? Because here is what we call China is building the Great Bay Area. As you know, the Bay Area. This is a concept used quite fashion, in some of the countries. For example, in Japan, this is Tokyo Bay Area. Okay, in U.S., Bay Area. This is Silicon Valley. Okay, high tech region, and New York is also Bay Area, focus on finance. Okay, San Francisco is also Bay Area. So China is building the biggest Bay Area here in the place Belt and Road School is located. So this is another opportunity besides the Belt and Road itself. But also another opportunity for you guys to find opportunities, include the job opportunity, business opportunity, and other opportunities to find your position, find your new lifestyle, here, which is very close to Hong Kong, Macau, and economic integration of Hong Kong, Macau, and Shenzhen, and Guangzhou, and Zhuhai. They have been is going on. So that's very important. So the Great Bay Area development is very much supportive for your guys' career development, and also is very convenient for you get connected, with another places, particularly for Southeast Asian countries, right? Because you are very close to your south part of China. As I remember, maybe only 3 hours. I take a flight from Beijing to Zhuhai, about 3 hours. If I take a flight from Zhuhai to Bangkok, maybe less than 3 hours. Last year, 2 years ago, I took a flight from here, Zhuhai to Yangon, only 2 hours. Okay, and it will less than 2 hours. Very, very close to each other. So I think this is a very good place for you guys to stay. Okay, these are some of the backgrounds for you guys' reference. I'm very much welcome you guys to come here. As you know that RCEP, study to effective from the first day of this month, the new year. Okay, that's focus on the economic integration. I think the major part of the contributors, okay, of this kind of economic integration must be coming from south part of China. Okay, Hong Kong is important, Macau is important, Shenzhen, getting very important. I don't know, how much do you know Shenzhen? Shenzhen used to be a very, very poor village about 40 years ago, a fishing village with only 3,000 fishermen, fishermen in the village, poor village. But now the total population of the city, okay, now it become a city. This village become a city with a total population nearly about 15 million. Okay, the total GDP is more than Hong Kong, now bigger than Hong Kong. It's a very dynamic, center for scientific development. A lot of very famous companies located in Shenzhen. Here is very close by, with about 1 hour, okay, drive from here to Shenzhen. They're very well connected. So I think so. This is why I would like to mention the advantage of the location of the Belt and Road School here. Also will help you to find new opportunities in the Greater Bay Area. So there are at least 2 opportunities, okay, 3 opportunities. And 2 opportunities, as I mentioned, Belt and Road Initiative and the implementation of the initiative. So that means jointly building the Belt and Road, okay? China with other countries was more than 140 countries, okay? So this is the first opportunity. Second opportunity, as I mentioned, that's the Bay Area development. The biggest Bay Area of the world has been emerging, okay? So also provide the opportunities for you. And number 3, even bigger, opportunity, which is, linked with China. China has been economically recent. This is no doubt. China is becoming the biggest economy in the next about 8 to 10 years maximum. Okay, so China now is the biggest consumption market, biggest investment market, and China company has been investing worldwide. So if we get connecting with China, there will be huge opportunities. Even as I mentioned, my experience with the Philippines, I was excited once I got connected with the Philippines. I like the Philippines very much, and I was excited when I was connected with Thailand, in 1980s, both in 1980s. That making me very exciting. I strongly sensed I could get some new opportunities if I like to working in Singapore, in Thailand, as a Chinese scholar, from Beijing. I had some advantage. I had some value for some of the companies there. Okay, compared with China, Philippines, Thailand, if you look at the economic size, they cannot comparable. So once you get connecting with China, I think the economic, the opportunities will be huge. Theoretically speaking, of course, that also depends on how lucky you can find the right people, right business, or right place to working with. Anyway, I mentioned 3 big opportunities for you guys, to thinking about by linking with your application. to my school, the Belt and Road School. Okay, and you're lucky because we are new. Belt and Road School with only 3 years history, we established by the year 2018 actually, 2018 in September. So we have only 3 years, a little bit more than 3 years history. You are pioneers, okay? And in the for the pioneers batch students, we provide a scholarship. Some of the people, for those who better perform than others. For those who they're more compatible with than others, they will get a full scholarship, 100%. Everything is included. And for some other people, if they are not, you're not very compatible, and then you may get, half scholarship, 50% of the scholarship, not full, partial scholarship. You have to pay a little bit for lodging, for your maybe daily, expenses. Okay, so that's not much here in Zhuhai. Compare Beijing to Shanghai to Shenzhen is to Hong Kong, very cheap. Okay, comparing to these expenses places is very cheap. This is one of the comfortable city, Shenzhen, Zhuhai. I mean, the most comfortable city for people to stay, to live in. Okay, most comfortable city in China, ranked number 1 or number 2, and it is top 3. Very comfortable. So it's not as expenses. The expenses, that mean Beijing and Shanghai. So you don't need to pay much. Okay, so you're lucky. Anyway, we provide partial. At least we provide partial scholarship for you. After maybe 2 to 3 years later, we ask for most of the students to pay. Maybe we very much selective. About 10%, 20% of the students will provide a scholarship, and then 80% or 90% of students, they have to pay, fully paid, by themselves. That will happen in the next, 2 to 3 years. On this batch, if you guys apply for this year, so whatever, you will get at least, a partial scholarship, right? So that's a good opportunity for you. So these are some of the reasons for you guys to think about the Belt and Road, school. We are here, a group of people. Our staff, most of the people, they get educated abroad, studied in US, in UK, in European countries, just like me, And I also even studied in Thailand, in Philippines. Of course, I also studied in Harvard, in Dortmund University in Germany, in different universities, in different regions, different continents, different countries. I enjoy. Okay, this is the time for you guys to think about China. Okay, I know that what people think about the US is not bad. US experience is good, and European experience is also good. But China experience is also, important for you, particularly for the emerging opportunities, because China is regarded as the biggest emerging market economies, emerging market economy. Okay, China has been emerging; it's not developed. Okay, China has been growing. Okay, still growing with all of you together. We are growing. You are young. You are growing. China is growing. China is young. Okay. So let's growing together. Let's share the opportunities together. So I would like to stop here. Thank you so much. I'm waiting for you guys here. Okay. One day we can have a chance to to talk face to face here in the campus. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for Professor Hu. Give us a very good and excellent speech. about Belt and Road Initiative, Belt and Road School, and also talk about Zhuhai opportunity. So I don't know whether you are still there. Thank you very much for your patience. We have our all groups members. I still remember Nicole, Zia,
Yes.
we
Hi,
mentioned
Nico here.
second time, and also Imran, our students.
And Professor Hu is
Professor
ready.
Hu's there. You're very lucky to have the opportunity to listen to Professor Hu's speech, and we're very happy to serve you if you are interested in our school. Please scan the QR code there, and then apply to our university. We'll answer you all the questions by
Yes.
our email.
After the Professor Who's lectures, actually, I think all of you already feel like, and so there's a school are facing the error and even chasing, moving with the time.
Yes.
So just try to grow up with us. Okay, if you have any questions and if you want to grow up with us, so just scan the QR right here,
Yes.
and we're going to try our best to help all of you to fulfill your future.
Yeah. So we hope in the future we can see. Is there anyone there? Give us a 1 on your feedback, and we would like to see some of you. Thank you very much for the feedback of this students are on. All and Zhilan, right? Zhilan and all. Thank you very much. And thank you very much for your interest and your patience for listening to our live broadcast. We'll see you later. If you have any questions, you can write to our email. We have our email address. Then this one, is that this one?
Yeah.
And then write to us and scan the QR code. Okay. Thank you for thank you for the broadcast, and that is for the mission, right?
Yes, hoping we can see you at Zhuhai.
See you, Zhuhai.
Okay, see you.
Bye.
See you. Bye bye.